Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone present on that side. Welcome to the live physics VK channel. So, here we are again with the 10th class electricity topic and we have done two lectures. And what we have done in the two lectures, I am going to discuss with that in a quick manner. So, up to here or up to these two lectures, we have discussed about the charges. We have discussed about the properties of the charges, we have discussed about the various things that we require to know the charges. So what is the charge? We know that. We have discussed about the current. So what is the current? The rate of flow of charges in one particular direction is known as current. So we have discussed about that. We have discussed about the potential and potential difference. We have discussed one of the most important law of the electricity, and that law is Ohm's law. So we have covered this, and once we discussed the Ohm's law, we came to know about a new constant factor, and that constant factor is resistance, means the opposition offered to flow of the charges through any given conductor. We have came across that. Once we discuss about the dependence of the resistance, we came to know about the resistivity, which is called as the ability of any conductor to oppose the flow of charge, and we have discussed a small thing on the dependence of the temperature, the resistance dependence with the temperature. We have done up to here. So now in today's lecture there are some topics that we are going to continue, like we are going to continue some basic terms. So in today's topic you might get the multiple terms, but these terms are very much important from the point of view of the electricity. Might be there are some terms that you would not get in the NCERT of the 10th class, but these are not so hi-fi or rocket science term that you can't understand at the level of the 10th class. It can be easily understood because these help us to know more about the electricity. So I personally think that we should go with that. Some terms might be apart or might be ahead of our 10th level, but we can, because जितना ज़्यादा लोड उठाएंगे उतना अच्छा प्रैक्टिस होगा. It would be helpful. Definitely it would be helpful. Mark my words, it would help you a lot. So these some terms are like conductance. We will discuss the conductivity, we will discuss the nature of the current, we will discuss one more small things about the current, we will discuss the current density, we will discuss the classification of the material, and at the end of this video I will discuss one last topic that is not in your 10th class, but that topic is the part of your daily life. That topic you can do. After dealing with that topic, you can easily do, or you can easily explore that topic in your daily life. You have seen that topic, you have explored it, but you do not know the basic meaning and the concept. And after that, definitely I will make sure कि आज आप लोग एक बहुत ही नया और एक अच्छा चीज सीख के जाएंगे जिसे आप लोग प्रैक्टिकली वर्क कर सकते हैं. So before going to that, I want to continue today's lecture with the last where we stopped was dependence of the temperature, and that dependence of the temperature I want to discuss. Dependence with temperature, and we discuss about the resistance. So how does the resistance vary with the temperature? So in the first we discuss about that resistance is being directly proportional to temperature. For what? For conductors. For those materials which can allow the flow of charges easily. For those conductors the resistance is being directly proportional. So in today's lecture, let us try to understand what does it means. It means is that if the temperature will increase, the resistance will also increase because both are directly proportional. If the resistance increase, the current through the circuit will decrease because we know that V is equal to I into R. So I is equal to V by R. So for given voltage, the resistance and current both are inversely proportional. So more be the resistance, less be the current. So we can came to know that more be the temperature, more be the resistance for the conductor and less be the current. यानी टेम्परेचर जितना ज्यादा होगा सर्किट यानी कंडक्टर में से करंट उतना ही लो होगा. If it is so we can explain or we can understood in our daily life. So I want to give another example that in our daily life means in our home we have seen various equipments which are made up of the motors, means which works on the motor concept, like your fan, like your cooler, like your water pump, means water motor. So everything work on the motor. You have also been observing from your childhood and you can observe now that once you switch on your fan, cooler or any other equipment which works on the concept of the motor, once you switch on that, it start moving or it start functioning. But after some time, it get heated. So why it get heated? I will give you the answer for that. Whenever the current passes through any of the device get heated. I will give you the answer after some lectures when we study the heating effect of the current. So you will get the answer for that. But here my topic is little bit different. It get heated. You observed it practically. वो आप लोगों ने देखा. क्यों होता है वो हम बाद में बात करेंगे. But it get heated. And more be the time, जितना देर तक आप उसे चलाते रहेंगे, more be the time the current passes through that fan, cooler or water pump, it get more heated. Means temperature increases. And when the temperature increases, according to that concept, its resistance also increases. And whenever through any conductor, when resistance means opposition increases, the rate of flow means the current decreases. And in this manner, आप लोगों ने सुना भी होगा at your home that most of the time when anything is running for a long time period, जब भी एक मोटर बहुत लंबे पीरियड के लिए रन करता है, वर्क करता है, after some time it get heated and it gets started down. Means वो चलते चलते means in a running process वो suddenly बंद हो जाता है. You have seen that and you may ask your parents कि dad, mom, uncle, auntie, is there anyone at your home? Because definitely all are present at your home. Now you can ask them कि क्या कभी ऐसा हुआ है that we are working or we are running the motor for a long time and sometime it has been seen that in a running stage motor चलते चलते अपने आप बंद हो गया. Do they saw that? And if they say yes, so definitely this is the logic behind it. Means after long time period temperature increases which causes resistance increasing which causes current in a decreasing manner. And what is the solution for that problem? If you ask your parents or your experienced candidate जिन्होंने इस problem को face किया, they will always suggest that let the motor let it be for a some time period. मोटर को थोड़ी देर के लिए शांति से रहने दीजिए. Because after some time period when you leave the motor without doing any function on that, after some time वो cool down होना शुरू होगा because of the environment. Means temperature decreases. Temperature decreases, that's why resistance will decrease, and when the resistance will decreases, so when you will switch on after some time, the current will flow in a larger amount and that motor will perform again in the same manner. So that is the first dependence जो हमारी practical life में use होता है, and please ask your parents or elders to work on that. So the first thing that we discuss about the conductor, but when we discuss or when we look at the conductor, we feel or we saw something differently, that when the temperature increases, resistance increases. But in practical manner, when we try to increase the resistance, when we try to increase the temperature, the resistance also increases but not in a straight line. Means I know that most of you are familiar that whenever two things are directly proportional, plot the graph in a straight manner. But for resistance and temperature, it never happens in this. Okay. Firstly, I want to explain that curve in practical manner was found to be a curved line. Means initially When you increase the temperature, resistance increases, but in a small amount. But after some times, when you increase the temperature, resistance increases abruptly. Means with the change in temperature, the change in resistance is not evenly. वो बराबर बराबर नहीं होता है for the case of conductor. So you should know that. But I want to modify this a little bit more, that we should draw the graph of resistance versus temperature in this manner. The graph is uneven, but it should not show the variation from the here. Because you all know that. What is that? This is the origin. Origin always indicates zero quantity of both the axes, either x-axis or either y-axis. So it indicates temperature is zero, resistance is zero. But nothing or none of the conductor can show the zero resistance. Okay, हो सकता है zero resistance, that is hypothetical. So someday we will talk about this in a new fresh lecture. We call that as a superconductor. That when your resistance becomes zero, there is no opposition. But in the practical or in real life, this can't be happen. ये हो नहीं सकता practical or real or room temperature पे. So that's why when you decrease the temperature, means when your temperature is zero, at that point you should have some resistance. आपके पास resistance तो होगा, वो zero नहीं हो सकता. So that's why your graph should start from a little bit upward axis. So this is the variation of resistance that we have. Second thing that we discuss about the semiconductor. So I have discussed about the semiconductor, the elements which partially show or behave as a conductor or partially as a insulator, and for those materials the temperature and resistance are inversely proportional. Means when you increase the temperature, their resistance decreases, and when their resistance decreases, the current through them increases. And we use these materials, semiconductor, in electronic devices. Means the device that is presently in your hand, means in your mobile phone, in your television, LEDs, in your, you can say, laptops, computer, all the electronic devices that are being the part of the 21st century के जो हिस्सा हैं, उन सब में we are using the semiconductor, because semiconductor gives us the some advantage, and that one advantage, वैसे तो बहुत सारे हैं इसके advantage, but the one advantage that we can learn is by increasing the temperature, the resistance always decreases. And in this manner we can work on that. And the plotting of this graph, the temperature versus resistance, and that plotting would go in a curve and in inversely proportional manner. Variation is resistance versus temperature is inversely, and that curve go in this manner. And now I want to add one more thing. अभी मैं एक चीज और ऐड करना चाहता हूँ, and that thing is alloy. So we have heard about the alloy. It is the mixture of two metals or non-metals in a proper manner or a required manner to obtain the particular condition. So basically alloy के अपने अपने advantage हैं, alloy अपनी अपनी जगह पे work करता है, but what is the advantage of alloy in the electricity? So here we get the function that semiconductors, तो अगर इनके बारे में और इनकी प्रैक्टिकल अवेलेबिलिटी के बारे में अगर मैं आपसे डिस्कस करूं, so these are very rare available, and that makes them a little bit costly as comparison to conductors, and their availability is also very much high. तो ये बहुत ज्यादा अवेलेबल है, ये बहुत कम अवेलेबल है. So we can't use the semiconductor at all the points. हर जगह यूज नहीं कर सकते, तो we have to use the conductors. But conductor have one disadvantage, and that disadvantage is that when you increase the temperature, the resistance will increase, and that will decrease the amount of the current through that circuit. But definitely it will go. So वो तो बढ़ने ही वाला है, but that increasement is uneven. So that is the most important disadvantage of the conductors. And for that, what we do with the alloys, we use the alloys, or we mix the two conductors, two metals or non-metals in such a manner that the variation is again remain the directly proportional. So for the alloy and for the conductors, the variation of resistance is directly proportional, means with the increase in temperature, resistance increases. But that variation is linearly variation, means with the same amount of increase in temperature, the resistance will increase in the same manner. तो ये हमें बहुत हेल्पफुल करता है प्रैक्टिकली चीजों को आगे स्टडी करने में. So that's why this is the important factor about the alloy. And here today we have discussed extra thing apart from the dependence of temperature that we discussed in the previous topic. The variation of all the three elements, conductor, semiconductor and alloy, along with their graph, and that shows us the very much important. So now, since we have discussed about the conductor variation, semiconductor and alloy, and that's why as I told you that alloys are being made. Alloys are being made by the mixing of two metals or non-metals togetherly. But okay, I rub that, but it's my request. You can turn back your video. So before rubbing, you can note it down all the graph. So now, alloys is being mixture, and alloys is always being made to increase the resistance. So alloy का work और alloy का बनाने का always been motto to make such type of element which can show the high resistance, or you can say which can show the high resistivity, but in a linear manner with the temperature. That's why that is the important use of the alloy, uses of alloy. So important one, and that has been asked most of the time by the teachers or in the examination. The first use and the important use, that alloys are used to make heating element. So to make the heating elements, we use the alloys. Heating elements like your iron, that means we use जिसे हम हिंदी में प्रेस बुलाते हैं, to make heating element, the second element that your heating rod, the heating device जो हम लोग winters में use करते हैं, we use in the rooms to maintain the temperature of the room. Water को boil या water को गर्म करने के लिए, जिसे हम normal language में we call that as a rod, simple. So to make such heating element, we use the alloys. Second, alloys are used to make standard resistors. So we have discussed that if we want to do any practical demonstration of any electrical circuit, so we use the resistors or variable resistors, we call that as a rheostat. So these resistors is always being made up of the standard, these standard resistors is being always made up of the alloys. The standard resistor, you can easily look out these resistors in your practical labs. आप अपनी lab में इसे आराम से देख सकते हैं, and we will go through it when we will meet face to face. We will check out these resistors, we will try to work on them. So we will definitely work, but these standard resistors are made up of alloys. Okay, if I want to give more knowledge about that, the alloy that is used mostly for the heating element is your, if you try to by yourself, which alloy that we use in the heating element. Everyone has seen that heating iron, आप लोगों सबने देखा है, heating rod आप लोगों ने देखी हैं, आपके घर में आप लोगों ने देखा हुआ है, but which element we use, which material that is made up of? So first of all, try yourself, and if I gave you the name is nichrome. So generally nichrome is the alloy which is used to make the heating element, and to make the standard resistors we use two alloys, constant 10 and manganese. So we use these two alloys as to make the standard resistor, and we prefer nichrome to make the heating element. So you should know where the alloys are being used and why they are being used. And why they are being used? So for them, the reason is because they offers high resistivity. बिकॉज क्योंकि इनका रेजिस्टिविटी बहुत ज्यादा होता है. सो द रेजिस्टिविटी ऑफ कांस्टेंटाइन और मैंगनीज निक्रॉन बहुत ज्यादा है, मींस दे हैव ग्रेटर एबिलिटी टू अपोज द फ्लो ऑफ चार्ज. और जितना ज्यादा अपोजिशन होगा, हीटिंग इफेक्ट उतना ही ज्यादा होगा, यानी रेजिस्टेंस उतना ही अच्छा होने वाला है. वन मोर, दैट दे डज नॉट get affected with environmental conditions. So what are the environmental conditions we have? Means we have the moisture in our environment. Sometimes the environment temperature is very much low, sometimes it is high. So our environment contains every type of components, and these alloys are not get that much effect on because of that. So that's why एक long life में चल सकते हैं, environment की वजह से कुछ ज़्यादा effect नहीं होगा, high resistivity provide करते हैं, and these reasons provide or these reasons make these elements suitable for the various uses. So that is the thing that I want to add regarding the alloys. So note it down everything about the alloys, and now we will come back and we will proceed to those definitions that we discussed. So please first of all note it down. Okay, after noting down, let us turn back ourselves to these small definitions. So these would not take that much time. So the first definition that we are going to discuss is conductance. So what is the conductance? So conductance word means it is the ease to flow of charge in conductor. Okay, in conductor there was one thing, and that thing was the with how much opposition your charges is being flown. Means जब आपके charges किसी भी conductor से flow हो रहे थे, so how much opposition they were feeling. So that opposition is called as resistance. Means the opposition offered to the flow of charge is called as resistance. But कितना ease से वो move कर रहे हैं, with what ease they are moving in the conductor, they are called as conductance. Or numerically you can say it is equal to reciprocal of resistance. You can understood this by the simple definition. Resistance word means आपको कितना अपोजिशन फ्लो होने में लग रहा है. सो इफ आई एम फ्लोइंग फ्रॉम दिस साइड टू दिस साइड, सो हाउ मच आई एम गेटिंग अपोज विद दैट. बट ऑन द अदर साइड इफ आई से कि मैं यहां से फ्रॉम दिस राइट हैंड साइड एंड टू द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड ऑफ द बोर्ड, इफ आई एम मूविंग, सो मैं कितना ईज से मूव कर रहा हूं. सो बोथ आर डिफाइनिंग the movement of the charge through the conductor, but in a different manner. Resistance is defining that कि आपको flow होने में कितना position लग रहा है, but on the other side conductance is defining with what ease you are moving. So when we talk about that how they are being related in a reciprocal manner. Means अगर आपको opposition ज़्यादा है तो आपका flow करने का ease कम होगा, और अगर आपको resistance कम है, if you have the low resistance, the ease would be high. So you can say the conductance is equal to the 1 upon resistance, means the reciprocal of resistance. And here we have our first term called as the conductance, which is equal to the reciprocal of resistance. And if we talk about the SI unit, so the SI unit of resistance is, SI unit of conductance is 1 upon reciprocal of resistance, and that unit is ohm, or you can say 1 by ohm, or you can say ohm inverse. So the SI unit of conductance is ohm inverse. Let me revise the previous SI units of the various component. So for resistance, your SI unit is ohm. If I mentioned in the previous lecture, that's good. And if by any mistake, if I left that, so I'm revising that. So the SI unit of resistance is ohm. Let's talk about the resistivity. So we know that R is equal to rho L by A. So what is the formula for rho here? R into A by L. R means ohm. The symbol of ohm is like that. Area is meter square and length is meter. So what is the SI unit of resistivity? So SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. So you should note it down, please. If I forgot, so please sorry for that. You can note it down. So the SI unit of resistance is ohm and SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. And in the same manner, since conductance is the reciprocal of resistance, so its SI unit is 1 upon ohm. You can say ohm inverse, or it is also called as mho. Mho. The pronunciation is mho. So ohm inverse, or you can also call this as a mho. So here we have deal about one new term called as conductance. So conductance, it is the reciprocal of resistance. So अगर आपने resistance calculate कर लिया है, you can easily calculate conductance. It is just reciprocal. Now, please first of all note it down this everything, the SI unit of resistance, resistivity, and this definition by pausing the video. Okay. Now, since you have noted down, let us move to the second term, conductivity. So, since we have done the conductance, let us move to the next term, conductivity. Okay, so what is conductivity? It is the ability of conductor to allow the flow of charge. Allow the flow of charges. Means, what was resistivity? Now I want to compare conductivity with resistivity. So resistivity was, it was the ability of conductor to oppose the flow of charge. So what is conductivity? It is the ability of conductor to allow the flow of charge. So what was the difference between resistance and resistivity? We have given the proper time in the previous topic lecture. So you can rewind that and you can again और एक बार वापस से सुन सकते हैं. But what is the conductivity? It is the ability of conductor, definitely. But it is the ability of conductor to allow the flow of charge. But resistivity, it is the ability of conductor to oppose the flow of charge. So technically or numerically, you can say that conductivity is equal to reciprocal of what? Resistivity. So numerically, it is reciprocal of resistivity. Conductance, it is the reciprocal of resistance. But conductivity, it is the reciprocal of resistivity. And by this manner, you can also make the SI unit. Since the SI unit of resistivity we have written just now, it was ohm meter. So its SI unit would be 1 by ohm meter, or you can say ohm inverse meter inverse. So this is the SI unit of conductivity. So there are the two terms that we have discussed. Both terms are new. Both terms are not in the NCERT of the 10th class, but I personally want that you should go with that. You should hear, because ये आप लोगों ने सुना हुआ है that this material has good conductivity. This material have bad conductivity. So if you have good conductivity, definitely you have low resistivity. If you have low conductivity, so definitely you have high resistivity, because both are inversely consonant with each other, means both are reciprocal. And that will help a lot to you to understand the various terms. So I think the second term is also clear to us. So note it down please first of all by pausing the video. Now, once we have done the secondly, means the conductivity, let's talk about the one more term, and after that term we will continue with that. and that term that I am taking presently is current density. Current density. Its symbol is capital G. So what is current density? Current flowing per unit area is known as current density. So simple definition है, is known as current density. Means how much current is being flowing through the unit area. किसी भी यूनिट एरिया से कितना करंट फ्लो कर रहा है. That your current is flowing through this conductor. So current can flow from this end to this end because the charge can flow from here to here. If the current is flowing from here to here, so it is being flowing through this area, not through this area, and it will indicates you the density or the crowdness of the current. So current density, it is being defined as the current flowing per unit area, and you can make the SI unit for the current density आप बना सकते हैं. It would be your ampere per meter square. So the SI unit for current density is ampere per meter square, current flowing per unit area. I think okay with that. So you can note it down this. Now these topics, as I told you earlier, these topic or these definition are very small. You can easily understand. So it would not be any rocket science for that. The next term that we will discuss is nature of current. So we have discussed about the current, बहुत ज़्यादा discuss कर चुके हैं current, the rate of flow of charge. We have discussed about the direction of the current also. But if we are discussing about the direction of current, and if you remind me what is the direction of that current, and the direction of the current is from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery, and that direction is important to us. ये हमें मालूम होना चाहिए. So if we want to draw any circuit diagram, we will indicate the direction of the current. हम एक current का direction को indicate करेंगे. So that would be important to us. ये हमारे लिए बहुत जरूरी है. What is the direction? So current has magnitude. So we will write the current 2 ampere, 3 ampere from positive to negative. So current has magnitude, current has direction. So if any quantity which has magnitude as well as direction, what we call that quantity? Vector quantity. But there is something surprise about the current, and that current is scalar quantity. So current is always a scalar quantity. Why? Let's suppose we have a wire which carries the 5 ampere current. We have another wire which carries the 10 ampere current. Can you give me what is the current through this wire, this side? So if the 5 ampere is coming from here, if 10 ampere is coming from here, what should be the current here? And the answer definitely that you will give 15 ampere. And when you use a device, what is that device called which is used to measure the current? Ammeter. When we current the ammeter on this side, this ammeter will read the 15 ampere. Means once we go practically and when we saw this type of condition, we came to know that the amount of current flowing through this wire is the algebraic sum of this current and this current. Which sum? Algebraic sum. Means the simple addition, 5 plus 10, it is the 15 ampere. But in future, when you proceed in the class 11th, we will came to know about vector quantities a lot. Vector quantities are those quantities which are having magnitude as well as direction. If I give you the example, in the 9th class, you have studied about the distance and displacement. And if I gave you the example, and most of you have given or done this type of numerical, आपके teachers ने बहुत बार करवाया होगा. Let's suppose a Ram, Sham, XYZ student is moving from A to B and then B to C. Let's suppose he is moving here 4 meter and here he is moving 3 meter. Now I am asking you, what is the distance? What is the distance here? And what is the displacement here? So The distance is 7. You will call so 3 plus 4 is 7 meter. But what is the displacement? You will calculate this by using the Pythagoras and you will see the 5 meter. Now check this out concept. There were two quantities. The first quantity was distance, which was scalar quantity if you revise your previous knowledge. And scalar quantities total or net is always being calculated by algebraic sum. So if we want the total of the scalar quantity, we always go with the algebraic sum of that quantity. But displacement was vector quantity. And to obtain or to calculate the vector quantity, we have discussed in the class 9 how we can calculate the resultant of the vector quantity. I am calling that formula R means resultant or is equal to root over a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, where theta means angle between A and B. And this would be the modified version of the Pythagoras theorem, जिससे हमें ये मिला, and that is the displacement. Means vector quantity का total net यानी total displacement यानी total vector quantity कभी भी algebraic sum से नहीं आता है. Only total scalar quantity can be added with the algebraic sum, simple addition. So when we come to the current, जब हम अपने current पे आए, so when we came to the current, we came to know that current never obeys the addition laws of the vector quantity. So vector quantity का total निकालने के अपने addition laws हैं, that we will study in the class 11th, but they have its own laws. But in spite, current has magnitude 5 ampere, 2 ampere. In spite, current has a direction from positive to negative. It does not obey the vector. And if it does not obey the vector rule, so vector की category में ये कभी आएगा नहीं, because it obey the rule of scalar. So in spite, current has magnitude as well as direction. So in spite current has magnitude as well as direction, it is scalar quantity. Scalar quantity because it does not obey vector addition laws. So vector के अपने addition के laws हैं, but current उस laws को कभी भी obey नहीं करता है. And when the current does not obey the law of vector, तो vector कहेगा if you are not obeying my law, I will not take you in my category. It is just simple like. We all are Indians, we live in India, and we proud to be called ourselves as a Indians. But our country would call or would give us Indian citizenship only when we obey the laws, rule and regulation of Indian Constitution और Indian countries के जो भी laws हैं, अगर हम उन्हें obey करें तो. If we live in India, if we have all the conditions regarding the India, like we have the color of the Indian, means we have the brown color structure, we know the Hindi language, we know the any regional language, हम जानते हैं, तो हम इंडिया की कंडीशन को सेटिस्फाई कर रहे हैं. जैसे करंट उस वेक्टर की कंडीशन को सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है कि उसके पास मैग्नीट्यूड भी है, डायरेक्शन भी, तो मैं सब कुछ कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई कर रहा हूँ. आई हैव द कलर ऑफ द इंडियन, सो वी आर कॉल्ड एज अ ब्राउन. सो हम लोग ब्राउन कलर के हैं, मोस्टली इंडियंस, सो वो हैं. आई नो द हिंदी लैंग्वेज, सो हम लोग हिंदी भी जानते हैं. सो आई नो ऑल दोज फिजिकल कंडीशन जो इंडियंस होने के लिए चाहिए, बट आई डू नॉट ओबे द लॉ ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. मैं इंडियन रूल्स को नहीं मानता हूँ, मैं इंडियन फ्लैग की रिस्पेक्ट नहीं करता हूँ और एनी अदर एस्पेक्ट. If I am not doing so, so definitely nobody will give me the citizenship of India. In the same manner, current vector quantity के दो component होने चाहिए. You should have magnitude and you should have direction. दोनों हैं, but vector के laws को ही नहीं मानता है. किसके law को मानता है? It obeys the law of scalar quantity. So vector will say कि आप चाहे दिखने में मेरे जैसे हो, चाहे दिखने में आप मेरी कैटेगरी में आते हो, बट इफ यू आर नॉट ओबेइंग माय लॉज, इफ यू आर नॉट वर्किंग अकॉर्डिंग टू माय लॉज कॉन्सेप्ट्स, आई विल नॉट कंसिडर यू इन माय कैटेगरी। आप उसी कैटेगरी में जाइए जिस कैटेगरी के लॉज को आप ओबे कर रहे हैं, एंड ही इज ओबेइंग द अलजेब्रिक सम, एंड दैट अलजेब्रिक सम concept is of scalar quantity. That's why in spite the current has a magnitude as well as direction, it always been considered in a scalar quantity because it does not obey the vector addition. Small point, key point, but one of the most important concept जो हमें थोड़ा सा twisted कर देता है. So please everyone note it down quickly. Done? Now, so we have discussed about conductance, conductivity, current density, nature of current. At the last, I want to do this, or I want to study this topic with you, and that topic is classification of materials. So what are the classifications of material that we are working? So we all know that materials has been classified into three categories: conductors, insulators, and last is your semiconductors. So we have three categories of that: conductor, insulator and semiconductor. So I am going all of them quickly. So what is conductor? The material which allow the flow of charge. So the material which allow the flow of charge is called as conductor. In a same manner, what is insulator? The material which do not allow the flow of charge. So the material जो आपके चार्ज के फ्लो को अलाउ नहीं करेगा, that is called as insulator. And what is semiconductor? The material which partially allow the flow of charge. So here we discuss all the three basic definition जो हम लोग अभी तक जानते हैं और जिनके बारे में हम लोगों ने पढ़ा हुआ है. तो which allow the flow of charge, conductor; which do not allow, it is called as insulator; and which partially allow, it is called as your insulator. But I want to add this: which can allow the flow of charge. It means whose conductivity is great. Whose conductivity is great, it means whose resistivity is low. So what is conductor? The material having low resistivity. ये आप लोग एक नई डेफिनेशन भी उठा सकते हैं. What is conductor? The material with low resistivity. And if I give you the range of the resistivity of conductor, that is up to 10 power minus 8 ohm meter to 10 power minus 6 ohm meter. So this is the range of the resistivity that a conductor offer. Similarly, insulator which have high resistivity, because resistivity जितना ज़्यादा होगा, conductivity would be that much low. And if conductivity is low, तो आप लोग इंसुलेटर की कैटेगरी में आ जाते हो. और हाई रेजिस्टिविटी मींस इट वुड बी मोर देन 10 पावर 4 ओम मीटर. सो इंसुलेटर का रेजिस्टिविटी 10 की पावर 4 से ज्यादा जाता है. ओके. सिमिलरली विच हैव नॉट दैट मच लो रेजिस्टिविटी और नॉट दैट मच हाई. मतलब ये ना तो कंडक्टर जितना लो रेजिस्टिविटी देता है, ना इंसुलेटर जितना हाई रेजिस्टिविटी. सो इट हैव moderate resistivity, and that resistivity from 10 power minus 6 ohm meter to 10 power 4 ohm meter. So इन दोनों के बीच की ही रेजिस्टिविटी के मटेरियल्स को ही क्या बुलाते हैं? सेमीकंडक्टर. Now you can add some example for that. So you can have the example for conductor like iron, copper, aluminium and any other जो आप जानते हैं. Insulator आप लोग लगा सकते हैं like glass, wood, dry wood, your rubber, plastic, clothes and many more. And similarly we have some examples for the semiconductors and there are two semiconductors जो हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा यूज करेंगे, silicons and germanium. So there are the two semiconductors जो हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा यूज करते हैं और जो आप लोगों को फ्यूचर में स्टडी करने को मिलेगा. So here we have the final topic जो मैंने आप लोगों के साथ आज डिस्कस करना था and this was classification of material. So first of all, please note it down this. Okay everyone, we have discussed in this lecture about the various terminology and I hope आप लोगों को कुछ एक्स्ट्रा ही मिला होगा. But at the starting of this video, I haven't mentioned about the one more topic जो मैं आपसे डिस्कस करना चाहता हूँ. But मैंने आपसे कहा था that at the end of this video we will talk about that type of topic जो आपको रियल लाइफ में बहुत हेल्प करेगा. हाँ, that topic is not the part of the physics 10th class NCERT में वो आपका हिस्सा नहीं है. So I'm clearly mentioning so you can at the point of view of the 10th class you can also write sir not in the syllabus. But for the future and as for your practical knowledge, if you want to increase about the electricity, it would be pretty helpful for you. And that topic is your color code of resistors. So here we are working on the color code of resistors. So we have discussed about the resistor. So what is the resistor? So it is a device which offers the resistance to the circuit. So sometimes जब भी हमें किसी भी equipment को run करवाना है, so in our household supply, the 220 voltage supply और वो सबके लिए same आती है, तो हर appliance के लिए वो supply same रहेगा. But every appliance consume the different power. It means they require different current. हर किसी को current अलग चाहिए. Your bulb require different current, your fan require different current, your AC require different current, cooler require different. Every equipment requires the different current. So how we can allow the current to be different in every device? Means LED require, let's suppose 0.5 ampere current. Fan require 1 ampere current. How you can do that? So what we are going to do, if my LED requires small current, so I will offer the high resistance in the path of the LED. अगर LED को कम करंट चाहिए तो हम लोग उसके रास्ते में ज्यादा रेजिस्टेंस लगा देंगे, और अगर किसी डिवाइस को हाई रेजिस्टेंस हाई करंट चाहिए तो हम लोग उसके रास्ते में लो करंट लगा देंगे. सो बाय दिस मैनर, बाय द कंट्रोलिंग द रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ द सर्किट, हम लोग करंट को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. सो रेजिस्टेंस इज नॉट ऑलवेज अ बैड थिंग. स्टार्टिंग से सबके दिमाग में यही चल रहा होगा, सर इट ऑफर्स द रेजिस्टेंस. रेजिस्टेंस का मतलब रुकावट पैदा करना, टू ऑफर द अपोजिशन टू द फ्लो ऑफ चार्ज. तो डेफिनेटली ये हमारे लिए प्रॉब्लम हो गया. बेटा इट इज सिमिलरली लाइक द सेम थिंग दैट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इन द 9th क्लास. सिमिलरली लाइक द फ्रिक्शन which opposes the motion of the body. But do the friction is always a evil part? क्या friction हमेशा हमारे लिए problem creating है? No. Friction is also a necessary part in our life. Like while walking on the land, जब आप किसी भी जगह पे चलना चाहते हैं, you require the friction and that's the good thing. When you write something, so there is a friction between your pen and your fingers, skin. Because of that you can control or you can hold the pen. So most of the time the friction is a good thing, and in the same manner resistance is also a good thing. So we design some resistance in practical life. We design some resistance that we use in the electrical appliances so that we can control the current. So while designing that resistance, because those resistance are of very small size, I am talking in terms of size. They offers the resistance very high that can be controlled or that can be designed, but their size is very small, because In this world, everything want to be compact. हर चीज छोटा होना चाहता है, small size का लेना चाहते हैं हम लोग. So that size is very small, and how we can design that. And today we are going to learn the design of the resistance that has been used in the practical life. At the end of this, I will show you the practical demonstration of that. हम लोग उस पर बात करेंगे. So in real life, your resistors little bit look like in this manner. It look like in this manner. So when you saw the real life, your resistors would be look like in this manner, which have one, two, three, and 4, which would have 4 color strips. Okay, here I am using the black marker, so all are looking like the black, but these are the color strips. These strips might be of same color or might be of different color. We will talk about this. We call first stripe as a stripe A, second as a stripe B, C and D. So since we have a 4 color stripes or strips, so we call them as a A, B, C, D. Okay. In the previous lecture, when we were talking about the symbols of the resistor, in that I mentioned that resistors do not have any end terminals, means resistors do not have any specific positive terminal or specific negative terminal. तो आप उसे बैटरी या सर्किट में कैसे भी लगा सकते हो. इफ आप ऐसे लगा देते हो तो भी अच्छा है, आप ऐसे लगा देते हो तो भी अच्छा है, बिकॉज इट्स वर्क इज टू अपोज इट. इसका काम है अपोज करना. आप ऐसे लगाइए चाहे ऐसे लगाइए, इट डज नॉट मैटर. सो इट डज नॉट हैव एनी एंड टर्मिनल. सो हाउ वी कैन केम टू नो फ्रॉम वेयर द ए एंड फ्रॉम वेयर द डी. इफ यू लुक इट वेरी केयरफुली, अगर आप इस पे ध्यान दें, ए बी सी, these 3 strips are very close to each other, but the last strip is a little bit away from the rest of the 3 stripes. So if the last stripe is away from the 3 stripes, it means that would be always been taken as the D. So the stripe which is very far away from the rest of means वो stripe जिनमें gap थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा होगा, that would be considered as a D and rest of as a A, B, C. And the expression for the resistance for this type of system is AB into 10 power C, whatever be the C, plus minus D%. This is being a coding. It is a color code. So these are the colors and this is the code of the color. So what is the code of the resistance? It is AB. AB. It is not A into B. For example, if A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 2, what would be B? It would be 1, 2. And what is 1, 2? It becomes 12. Not it become 1 into 2. So it becomes 1, 2. It is not 1 into 2. So it is AB into 10 power C. What is going to be the code for the C? Plus minus D%. Okay? ये plus minus मतलब इतना ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है. That much more. So this is the code of the resistance. And now let us talk about the colors. So there are the 10 colors that we use to make these stripes. So 10 color हो सकते हैं. And what are those colors? Check this out. And these colors are B, B, here we have the 10 colors. First B stands for black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray and white. So we use these color stripes. In 10 colors में से कोई भी color stripes यहाँ पे use हो सकता है. Where black represents 0, so black code represents 0, brown represents 1, 2, 3, 4, green with the 5, 6, 7, 8, So we have total 10 colors. Beta, counting is going to be start from the 0, never count from the 1. So code start from the 0. Okay, these color stripes we use, but apart from that there are some more color stripes like gold and silver. So you might see gold and silver. Gold means 5% and silver means 10%. Okay, so this D is always being used as a percent. So gold and silver can be used to make the D stripes. तो वो हमेशा आपका D stripe होगा. Rest of the stripes A, B or C can be out of these colors. So here we have the 10 colors with the respective codes, and the D can be gold or silver. Okay. Since we have this and we can perform on that, तो हम लोग इस पे try कर सकते हैं. Let's start. For an example, I have a register. मान लीजिए मेरे पास एक register है which have first color is red. First, when I see that colors, I found that the first color is red, second is brown, third is yellow, and then I found a silver. So I see a register. I see a register which have 4 colors in this manner. First is red, then brown, then yellow, then silver. So how we can calculate the resistance? So we can calculate the resistance just by looking at, by solving or by decoding the color. So first is red, so this would be A, this would be D, this would be C, and this would be D. D can be only gold or silver. If you have gold, it would be D. If you have silver, it would be D. And if you are finding that the fourth stripe is not available, then you will work up to the 3 stripe. फिर fourth पे work ही नहीं करना है आप लोगों ने. So we have A, B, C, and D. So A is red. So your resistance is A. So A is red. And what is the code for the red? 2. Then B. B is brown. And for the brown is 1. So it will become 21. It is 2, 1. It is not 2 into 1. So it is 21 into 10 power C. What is C here? It is being yellow. And the code for the yellow is 4. Plus minus. And D is 10%. So what is the resistance of this code? 21 into 10 की power 4 plus minus 10%. So this is the resistance 21 into 10 की power 4 plus minus 10%. ऊपर नीचे plus minus means it can be tolerated. We call this as a tolerance. इतना ऊपर नीचे चल सकता है. And this is the one of the unique method that we using in today's 21st electronic devices. आज की सेंचुरी के जितने भी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस दैट यू आर यूजिंग, यू कैन इजीली सी द रजिस्टर्स प्रेजेंट ऑन दोज इलेक्ट्रिकल डिवाइसेस. सो नाउ आई विल शो और आई विल डिस्कस वन प्रैक्टिकल डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन, और वो आप लोग अपने घर पे भी आराम से देखकर उसे डिकोड कर सकते हैं. सो लेट अस फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल नोट इट डाउन हाउ वी यूज द कलर कोड एंड हाउ वी हैव द कलर कोड इन दिस मैनर. ओके, बिफोर लीविंग दैट, सो example. So note it down, this example and everything, by pausing the video. And now I want to discuss, before doing that practical demonstration, I want to discuss how to remember all the color in a serial manner. Because if one of the serial, एक भी serial अगर आपका टूटा, it would cause a lot of damage to the numerical. वो फिर numerical को wrong ही कर देगा. And you can learn by this technique. And the technique is B.B. Roy. So B.B. Roy of Great Britain has very good wife wearing gold and silver necklace. So there is a one statement that we can make, or we always used to remember the color code serial number, that is B.B. Roy of Great Britain has very good wife wearing gold and silver. B.B. Roy ROY, red, orange, yellow, of great Britain, very good wife. BBROY, GBVGW, wearing gold and silver. So you can note it down this also. And now we will discuss about one practical demonstration in a quickly manner, and that you can do also at your home. Please. Okay everyone, welcome back. I will take only 5 minutes more. We have discussed one of the most important things that we use in our daily practical life, and I want to demonstrate, want to discuss with you how or where we can see this in our life. So, in our box, most of you have familiar with this type of the chip. आप लोग इससे familiar होंगे. So we, in the simple language, we used to call this as a chip. And in this chip, if you look forward, there are some type of this devices. So here. These devices are the resistors. So there are various devices being used in this electronic chips. So you will came to know about these electronic chips or these electronic device later on, but we discussed one of them because we have studied the resistor. And once we studied the resistor, I think that we should clear the resistor here itself. So these are itself as called as resistors. So now I am taking some more resistors in a pocket, and there are some resistors that I have here in, and we can use that. So here I am using a resistor that available to me, जो मेरे पास available था, and this is the resistor. So now everyone, you can look at these. This resistor, that what is the code we have. So here in this resistor, if I point the thing, अगर मैं चीज़ों को point करूँ, so here we have 1, 2, 3 and the 4. हमारे पास 4 color stripes हैं. Stripe number 1, stripe number 2, stripe number 3 and stripe number 4. Stripe number 1 is the red, again red, then yellow, then gold. So it have red, yellow. Will get it. So we have the 4 colors here, and the 4 colors that are available in this simple board. So it is again looking like in this manner. ये ऐसा ही दिख रहा है जैसा ये आपका है. It look like in the same manner. And these 4 colors are red, yellow and gold. So on this resistor I have the 4 color stripes, and you know that the D color stripe, the D one, is either gold or either silver. So where is your gold? जहाँ पर भी आपको gold मिले, this would be taken as the D, and if it is D, the other side would be treated as the A. So here we are going to work on that. Red, it is behaving like a A. So red is 2. Again color is also red. So I told you the color may be repeat. Color repeat हो सकता है. So it would be 2 again. So it become 22 into 10 power C, yellow, 4 plus minus 5%. So what is the resistance of this device? 22 into 10 की power 4. 22 into 10 की power 4 plus minus 5%. And this is the resistance of the device and the resistance of the resistor that I use in front of you. So at your home, आपके घर में कोई ना कोई ऐसा electronic plate available होगा. On that electronic plate, look for such type of color stripes devices, and these devices are resistors. You can easily find out how they look like and how they are performing. So at the end, this is all about this lecture and today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will meet by taking some more topics related to the electricity, and hopefully you enjoy today's lecture. Extra thing, but try at your home. Thank you very much.